1,001 ideas sitting in the mansion world. Where do you think the mansion world is? Ideas that came from the night of thought. When you hang with people and listen to what is going on, but you hear nothing and you hear everything, but haven't you listened at all? My mind is open to the world, but it is closed to the mini wheats. Mini wheat in French is for the eighth world, or the eighth world, the small world. So I decide to angle my mind. Therefore, when I angle the mind to come within, I bring it on the angle, living one world open, but not closing the other world. So I leave it halfway in between. Therefore, I can send and receive, but I am now a half mind, half in, half out, getting delusional and great ideas as I process them because of the angle of the closing and the opening of a faucet, of a single faucet, of a flow of water, where the flow of water passes on the top of the pipe and the incoming passes on the bottom of the pipe, creating the flow coming in as our inward and exterior blood pressure within the mind. Pregnancy, as I understand, is like a choo-choo train. We have emotional breakdown, high delirious and exorbitant different kinds of feelings within us because we search out to a different world, far and beyond what we ever can perceive and understand, because it's unbelievable that it should exist. And therefore, if we come from an exterior world, then when we die, we go back to the exterior world, like an elastic that's been broken. When a Hebrew dies, he cuts on this angle, the slash. We cut the slash of the strike. The strike, when we come into life, the strike is the catch of a fish. So now that I explained birth and stuff, here is the bottom of my cube. Here is the top of my cube. I bring them together, and the center of my cube is my Rubik's Cube. I connect this and this. This is between the ears, and this is the top of the fox's or wolf's head. But in between is the bat, between each side. Together in east and west, it's 33, but looks like 88. It becomes the digital time of two sides. The spa, the spirit world of 16 and 19. We reach 1 to 2. We reach 1 to 4. Do you see the way 4 goes down in the calculator? We go down 3, we go over 1. Down 3 and over 1 equals to 4. When we go up 1 to 4, we get to 5. When we go over to 2, we get to 3. Now we have covered 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. We are missing 6, 9, 8, and 7. 6, 9, 8, and 7 create the L letter. 6, 9, 8, and 7 create the L. 6, 9, 8, and 7 create the L. But what do we create with 3, 2, 1, 4, and 5? We create the LP. Inside of my better understanding of LP is the letters long plane recorder. LP, LP, time elapse. This is a French word for saying shovel or spade. Here is your spade. Here is your LP. Should I peel the banana and put the pineal gland where she shall go, and I shall hop into space? I am one pawn within one mind. The spade is a shovel, as well as it is a pick. The pick that looks for the silver and gold. Why is the pick looking for silver and gold? So we can move on towards the surf. The surf of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Understanding, for my own visual, is the garden that we live. Where is the garden? Is it Marvin Gardens, or is it within the cube? Understanding the Canadian Quebec bank source, we have a bank called Marvin Gardens. but it's not called Marvin Gardens. It's a French word saying des jardins. Marvin says we are of in. Des jardins, des, Demos, the moon of Mars, the garden within the mind. The garden, the one that watches over our mind. Pre-made before birth within our mind, through a preset recorded record playing over and over again, and in the life we live, will preset that record and your mind to lead you over to certain ideas, but you can never connect because of the multi-level and antennas within our system. Once these antennas from your computer or from the vibrations that go on in the electronical world, that will shift one minor thought. By shifting one minor thought at 90 miles an hour inside of a car, and somebody brakes, puts on the red lights in front of you, and you have an accident. So our thoughts in the understanding, gare, jar, jardin, J-A and A-R, okay, says H, the two worlds. We put the two A's together. J-A is the A after the J. A-R, it is before. Raja, they are talking about, the owner of the ashes to ashes, have put it to dust, but made to rest within one's mind. We crunch and we eat, and we burn the wheat within inside of us. The fire kicks in and moves to the mind. It heats up, but where does the mind come from? The food goes down, and we shoot fire, warming the waters to move the waters, to keep the liquid going within us. Have you ever seen what bile or bile looks like? Have you ever seen what our extremities look like inside of our body, if I use the word right? They turn out black at the end. So does blood. Yellow, energy, blue, and the red ends up turning out to be the black. That black coal that burns within the ashes. Now, I can't put that all together because I'm not understanding it right now completely, but I will show you this. Between your belly button and your sex organs, this is what we have. These are our hips. These are our nipples. This is our belly button connected to our vajayjay sex organs. These are our feet. 99, 86, 68, 13, 31, three extremities, 11, 11, 11. I'm not sure how it works. That will create 13, 31. That 13 plus 68 and 86 will create your 99. 9 by 9 is 81, and that is your Venus. 8 by 6 is 48. 281 is this. 9 times 9 is 81. 6 by 8 is 48. 58, 68, 78, 33. Will now create your 81, regardless of how you do it. This is the difference. If the difference is this, it's 1 times 3 is 4. 6 times 8 is 48 minus 4 equals the space of 44. 8 times 6, 8 plus 6 is 14 and 62. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 plus 6 is 14 equals to 62, but I'm only using the multiple. 8 times 6 is 48. 1 times 3 is 3. Minus 48 is the fox. Plus 3 is 4 equals to 44 space. 62 minus 7 is now 55. Area space passage between the gateway of what I call God Omega and not God Almighty. Control of the mind is control of the egg, of the yellow protein, and the white. I don't know what to call the white, but what it floats in, what the protein floats in, calling it the balance of what I call the hat, or the mini wheat. The small hat within the 8 is the mind. The Magen David, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 control centers. In between control centers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, totaling 12. We connect this one to this one. Connect this one to this one. And this is the way we work the garden. Control of the corners. Now we would assume, you see the way this is over here? Now there's more to do than just this. I don't have the exact figure and calculation of the reality of this yet. I haven't thought about it. You can see 3. You can see E. 3E. E is the 5th planet. That is Jupiter. 3 is the 3rd planet, which is Earth. If I look at it this way, Earth is controlled from 147. E, Jupiter, is controlled in 369. So if Jupiter is your mind, it's controlled through the Earth planet. Earth planet is controlled by 3 by 3, Pluto. 3 plus 3, Saturn. Saturn and Pluto control the Earth planet, which Jupiter is within the mind. Here is the mind control. Here's the bee's nest. I'm not sure if I was supposed to show any of this. 3.75 is the reality of the totality. Now, I'm not going to get into this because I do not have the figure. 4 by 15. This is a quarter. You want to see a quarter? Here's a quarter. 3 quarters is 45. These are 3 quarters. 3 quarters, 3 by 25 equals 75. I forget the calculation that I did with this. 1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5. 1 up to 4. 1 over to 2 will now create 3 and 5. Earth and Jupiter inside of Pluto and Saturn, controlled again by 5. Jupiter again. Jupiter shows up inside of Saturn. Jupiter shows up within Uranus. Jupiter shows up that it is played with Pluto. Jupiter is in your mind. The greatest planet in the universe, or in our small universe, is Jupiter. It's in your mind. The greatest control of the moons of Mars is inside of Saturn, which is 1.5 times Saturn. 4 equals to 1.5 equals to 6. The reality of the understanding within the mind. In French, they have a terminology. They call it en l'enfer. It means in hell. But if a French person saw the word hell, H-E-L-L, they would not say hell. They would say it's her. It's her, not hell, because the French cannot say a hat. They go, it's at. And when it's at, its angle of transmission, 126 at. AT 20 equals 26 is 126, or 126, or 86 minutes, and 86 is the mind. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, control of the mind, where 2 moons of the 4th planet Mars is in control. Iron is enfer, which is also the horseshoe. Remember, the horse and the goat do not have asses. G-O-A-T, horse stands for the hour or the whore of time. Is it not ironic? Inside the sky, IC will stand for the sky. Who is in the sky? It's a monopoly. Because ON as the 15th and 14th letter will create everything inside pi, and INR is everything inside Jupiter, and Jupiter is within your mind. Understanding something that I've already done. Okay, a motive is a design that is in your mind, but we're not going to go there. 26 and 34. 34 is the DC. 26 is the remainder of time. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 is the letter T, which is the transference of the light between 2 sides, 1, 4, 7, and 3, 6, and 9. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to 19 when you have the 2 sides of time. 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 9 equals to 11, and S, 19 equals to 30, creation. The moving of the clock, 74, Jesus, 5, 14, 23, 32, and 76, 66. This is a representation of 7 and 6. 3, 4, 7, 6 is the control of the moon. 3, 4, 7, 6 is the diameter of the moon. 84 is the number that numeralizes Pluto. P and L says to you, later, alligator, we've got your DNA all sewed up. 4 times 26, because if I look at you and you look at me, here is my pen. Here is 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. Here is my pen. Here is 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. But when I do the last one, 4, the pen is the same way it was when we began. And I've done both sides twice. Bringing back the numbers, 4 times 26, 10, 4, or 164. 164 is Zion, Israel, which is the connection of the spirit between East and West, locking up the band on the fleur-de-lis. We understand that this is the diameter of the moon and the wing of Aleph. It will create 4 by 6, 4 plus 6. Within its own, 6 and 4 is 10. As you go to 10, 101 minus plus 6 will equal to 6 and will equal to 4 because it is plus and minus 10. It is not 101 as starting at 0. 10, 4 into the codes becomes 164. 4 times 30, which is 120 days, or 126, or 216, or 210. Adding 1 to 15, it's 120. Add 1 and 15 is 16, equals to 136, 613 laws of Moses, or 1 and 6 is bringing on the light, or the letter of P inside of LP, because it starts with L and ends up with LP in the 4 months of 30 days. 4 months of 30 days, 30 becomes 36, equals to 24, equals to the 144, or 12 by 12, which is 414, the birth within 1 clock of the mind. 126, 216, 9 days of 24 hours, plus the 24 hours of God, equals to your 144, or 1440. Now there's 4 months. 4 months. 4 months. 144. Now I'm trying to figure out, there was another equation in here that totaled me to 288. I don't know where the equation is. Give me a second. Let me take a look at the book. R-O-R/O-N-E. Ronnie. 1. Read it the other way. O-N-E-N-E-O. Neo. E-N-Z-O. Enzo is 1 Neo, and DNA is the sun. Now, where is this formation of 288? I did work on something for Caroline, who keeps seeing number 1026. 1026 is a representation of 2226. It's the 0.6 at the end, where 222, the reflection of 6 goes to the other side, is 8 on the cube, equaling to 8 by 222 is 1776, or 1200, 1320, 1332, reverse 1332. It becomes, what is that number on 1332? 1332. $99. All numbers to do with creation. 3663 becomes 6336, becomes 336. 3 and 3, 6. 6 and 6, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 6336. Once we get 6663, it will then go to 3663. Then it'll go to 6336, and I'll just keep going on and on and on and on, showing that the number is a reflective number. 1776. 8 by this is 1776, and this is not. If I took 1876 and reflected it, 1776, and we put the 1776 inside a reflected, we would end up with 7. 10 becomes 7 again. 5 and 6 becomes 2, becomes 7, 227, or 2727, which will revert to 23, 23, 11, 11. 57, 75, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 5 and 5 is 10, 1 and 0 is 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1, 5, and 1, 5, 5, 1 with 5, 1, 1, 5 is 6, 6, 6, 6. But in this equation, I reversed it back to 15, 51. 47 by 33, the number of Christ, or the LP, equals to 1551. The remainder is 47 by 47. If I did it right, it's 50 by 47, 50 by 47, 47 by 47, and 50 by 47, and 33 by 47, and 30 by 47, and 43 by 47, and 1, 2, 3 by 47, and ABC equals to 57 81, and equals to 2021. This number over here will say Z and U. Okay, UZ. This will become 26. 26 and 21 will be 47. 0 equals 6. 5781 is 123 times 47. ABC. This one is the moon and Venus. This is the gateway for Red October. 1 and 15, 1551 is the timeline for Red October, is where 234 become the jail. 47 by 47 is 2209. 47 and 33 is 80. This is 1551. The total of these two are 3760. 2016 years later, 15 years later, we are here. 30 eggs in a tray, 15 and 15, the letter O. Why? Because it's 1/4, which is the same as 25. 3 by a quarter equals 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 45. So 3 by a quarter is 45 when we're talking about time. Time works in a quarters are 15 seconds. Otherwise, we're working at quarters, which are 75. 3 25s are 75 times 75 is 5625 plus 75 and 75 is 5775. 47 and 33 is 80. 50 stars, 30 eggs is 80. This is the LP record. This is time. Now we get to 1, 2, 3. 43 is the creation of the only sun that's not in here, the sun that is 5 and 4, which is the birth sun. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 5 and 4, equals to 5 and 4. 5 times 4, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 equals 625. No 3 and 4. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 equals to 256. No 3 and 4 because that is the memory. These are the combinations of Moses and Jesus being born. All other periods are an equivalent of 9, 8, 7, 8, and 9, and 9, 8, and 7. I don't remember them off the top of my head right now. Understanding what 26 is, 26 is the other side of 25. It's the first number after you finish the first quarter. 16, the light, is the first number after you finish the first 15 seconds. So the minute we mention Monopoly, when you say, I rolled the dice in Monopoly, you went to go. Go at ABC, 1, 2, 3, go in time, because the goat and the horse, HO, 0, 8 becomes 68, and 15, 78, 83, you went into the CH house, the church, the house of the many C's. The 7 C's, because the 8th C is within the H. It is the C of arrival from the 7th C. The passage of the birth. 5 and 9 are the same thing. You slap 5 on top of 9 and you see no different. You slap 6 on top of 7. You slap 8 on top of 7 and 6, and you no longer see the 7 and you no longer see the 6. So 8, 7, and 6, 21 is now equal to 8. Slap 3 over 2 and 1. All you see is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 6 equals 3. 6, 7, 8, 21 equals 8. 8 and 3 equals to 11 and 21. All you're missing is the plug. Let's call him Jack. You plug Jack in, it's 10. You get 6. You now have 16 plus 11 is 27. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 is 14 and 9. You have Big Red. You have number 23. And we're all left to continue on in the game. So Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. There's one piece that is missing, and I don't see where it is, and I'd like to hold on to you for a second. One of the things is 34 and 34 is 68, 2 parts of time. We need to get to the end of time on both sides. One is 68, the other one is 52. It's 26 and 26. The heart of man, inside the heaven of man, the total is 120, back to the 4 months of 30 days. There's actually 11 months of 30 days. There's 330 days in the year. 0 would equal 6 is 336, and that would complete your 12th moon. 12 by 28 is 336. Why do I say that? Because February never gets 30 days, and every month with 31 days is every month with 30 days. 102 becomes 162. And this, excuse me, this is not 102. This is 52. This one becomes, let's not get into that. I have to find for you the 30 days, 120 days, 120 days. Now, where am I going with this? This is 3624, creation of man and the clock. How did I get to this over here? 120 days. Yes, yes. 24 times 20 is 480. 24 times 1 is 2880. This is what I was looking for. 120 days at 24 hours is 288. 288 day every single year is October, except for the leap year. This is October 15th. 10th month, 15th day. Lovejoy comes to check on her people. That's what I was looking for. The other figure in here, if I would double this up, this would become, I know I don't want to do that. This would become 126. This number here, let me work on the calculator. 25,920 divided by 288 equals to 90. 90 times this, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 90. Okay, times this equals 25,920 to my end time. It's perfect. All the numbers are perfect. Now the question is, the reality of the value, even though the numbers are perfect, they'll always be perfect because those are the numbers. The relationship for their definition is what we need to actually debate, because I say what it is and I relate it to what it is, because these are the Mayan numbers. These are the numbers of time. There are 30 eggs in a tray. There is 15 times 15 equals 225 plus 5775 equals to the 6,000 years. This is all reality. The quarter is a quarter in both realities. The quarter in one, 15 in the other. The total is 40. You go around Monopoly, it's 40. The minute you begin Monopoly, you haven't gone once unless you've gone all the way around. And all the way around, like I mentioned in my last video, 1 and 1 is doubles, it's no good. So the minimum you need to go just once is 3. So once you get 3, you have begun. You have taken 2 rolls if you take doubles, and you have taken 3 rolls if you got doubles twice. But we won't go on any further than there. Raphael, 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. Mezuzah, thank you for watching.